My name is Sadiku Ibine. I'm a junior and I play the wing. I'm from Ghana. Life in Ghana is different. Ghana is a peaceful country, but it's just it's hard to get the resources and the infrastructure. You have to work extra harder in everything that you're trying to accomplish. My mom have 4 kids. I'm the last born. We are all boys. I chose a tough route. I remember telling my mom, I want to do sports. I was very good at soccer. I was a defensive midfielder. When I used to play soccer, we didn't have grass pitch like that. It was a dusty pitch. So anytime you go out and play soccer, I'll come home very dirty. And then she always used to get mad. She would throw my clothes away. She would throw my boots away, my cleats. She would throw it away like, you're not going. But it's just the passion that I have for sports. My cousin came from Turkey. He brought basketball with him. So that's when he introduced me with basketball, and I didn't like it at first. I kicked the basketball, and then from nowhere, I just love basketball. Basketball used to be far away. So sometimes I would go for games, and by the time I would get home, it's past 12. So she locks her room at 10 p.m. So by the time I would get home, she'll be so mad, she'll lock the door, have to go sleep somewhere else. My mom was very hard on me, and me looking back now, I think the way she was is what made me who I am right now. Having patience, being humble, being hardworking, just trying to take care of my family, I got all of it from her. My mom, when she called me, she doesn't ask about how you playing, how is basketball. She doesn't ask that. Are you good? How is coach and your teammates doing? So that's the first thing she asks. She barely understands basketball. I went home this summer, we watching my games. She's just watching, just smile. She doesn't understand what's going on. She just wants you to be good. And when I get a chance to go to the state, she was very shocked that it's basketball that's taking me. I got in the United States in 2018. It was a very tough transition. For me, knowing what I want in future, because I want to help my family and stuff like that, I have to suck everything in. I have to make sure I wasn't complaining. A 15-year-old kid coming from Ghana to the state, ending up in the Bronx with no siblings, no family, and you stay with new people, new food, new atmosphere. The transition of basketball, how Americans play fast, how strong they was, how athletic they was, it was very different. So I have to work extra hard. My high school was a national scheduled team, so we used to travel a lot. So we were the only high school team in New York playing out of the state, every single week. After my junior year, that's where everything took off. My sophomore year helped me a lot because I was able to play with dudes that understand the game. They taught me the game, so my knowledge of the game started to get better. Me ending up at Iona was interesting because Coach P, he came to our open gym in the Bronx by himself. He came and sat down and watched me. And after that, we had a talk. That's why I considered going to visit Iona. I just love the grind, the hard work. I got my St. John's offer my freshman year. The history of his development of players. I just fell in love with the hard work that when I saw, I was like, this is the place I want to go.
When you're around Coach Pitino for long enough, you start to speak his language. I don't mean that verbally. You just start to understand what he wants, and you get the why. The why is the most important thing. And Coach has a different way of challenging his players. For us, I think last year, Danis was a big part of that. So Coach might say something, the locker room would take it one way, but what he was trying to get across is this, and Danis would almost translate that for the guys. That is Sadiku this year. He understands Coach, he knows what Coach wants, and so he's really good at keeping the guys up, keeping them focused on what the goals are, not to get distracted.
I had a great relationship with my coaches. I just allowed them to coach me. So with Coach, since Iona, he can say whatever to me. I would never get mad. I always smile. Sometimes he says some stuff to me, and I laugh at him, and he confused, I just said some crazy stuff to you. Why are you not mad? Last year, this year, the relationship just kept getting better. In the locker room, some of them say he's my pal, some of them say he's my aunt. just trying to troll me, like it's my uncle and stuff like that. He sees me as his son, and I see him like a dad. That's one of the reasons why we're very close.
You know, he comes in every day for film study. Every day he's trying to improve and get better, so I think he holds everyone around him to that standard. And I think that's really important. He has a level of expectation in daily habits that I think is what goes into anyone who's trying to be great. And so he epitomizes what you want. And what I love about him is it's not necessarily, he's not result driven. So just because maybe he doesn't play as much or his production numbers might not be here, that does not change his approach of how he goes about his job. And that to me is professionalism at its finest.
Anytime I see someone down in the locker room, you good? I'm just trying to make sure everybody's good.
Sadiku is a great teammate, man. If you down, if one person you're sure that's gonna be there to lift you up, that's Sadiku, man.
Besides being a very good person, he's also a great basketball player, always fights for every possession.
That's a guy actually that you usually go to when things not going my way, stuff like that, having a bad practice, having stuff like that. Cause he's like that kind of guy that gonna be like, it's gonna be hard. It's like that guy.
I don't call myself a leader. I don't call it. It's just a thing that I do every single day. Trying to put a smile on everybody's face, trying to make sure everybody's good. So I think that's what they think it's a leader is, then I appreciate it.
Sadiku is my brother, man. I love Sadiku. He's like the glue guy for our team. He holds everything together.
From a character standpoint, probably one of the best people I've come across. Completely selfless, completely about seeing other people do well. Just a special, special young man that you don't get the opportunity to be around a lot of guys like him. He is a person that when you come and you get to spend time, he makes me better just being around him. And really a special young man.
It's a long season, and we need someone who is going to emotionally pick everybody up. When adversity hits, then you're going to start to see who everybody is. Then you need someone who's going to like, nah, we good. I think that's one thing, my energy, just every little part that I'm going to do to help this team, I'm willing to do that to help the team get there. This year, we are trying to get to the Final Four. That's our standard. That's what we're trying to get. Because I think St. John's fans need it. And St. John's fans really need this one, and we're really trying to go far as we can.